Hey everyone, Rachel here. I'm sorry for being gone for so long. It's been a very unbelievable year since I put up my last video. God's been showing me a lot, and it's been pretty amazing watching him work. But I'm sure you'd rather hear a song, so here you go.
I was at a point in my life where I was climbing the corporate ladder and doing very well for myself in the eyes of the world. You know, financially, we were doing well, had a lot of rental properties, and I was very proud and needed a dose of humility, I guess. And I was on a business trip in San Jose, California, all by myself, and had some time in the evening, and The Passion of the Christ had just come out. So I went to see it, and that movie just blew me away. You know, I had heard, I'd been a Christian for a long time at that point, had seen different depictions of the crucifixion and whatnot, but there was something about that movie and the time in my life that it just hit me. I went back to my hotel room and just fell on my knees and just thanked God for what he did for me. And seeing that graphic detail of what Christ went through on the cross for me just changed everything in my life at that point. I prayed for forgiveness for the pride that I had, and I began to realize that, you know what, nothing that I could possibly accomplish in this world could hold a candle to what Christ did for me. And this world isn't about me. It's about Christ. And I am just an instrument of his. I'm just the brush. And as I thought about that concept, the Lord gave me the song. The words and the tune just started pouring into my head. And then I just went home from that trip and got in front of the piano and picked out, I don't really play the piano, but enough to write music and put it all on paper. And just the concept that as big and successful as I thought I was, compared to Christ, I'm insignificant. The only thing that gives me significance is how Christ uses me. And that's really what the basis of the song is.
When you see a great Picasso, Da Vinci or Rembrandt, do you ever sing the praises of their brush?
When Zach told me that he wanted to use the song in the movie in his steps, I was overwhelmed. It was a very emotional thing because I wrote the song in 2004 and didn't really do anything with it. We had shared it with some friends when we get around and kind of do some singing. So I'd shared it with a few people, but it really never got outside our family. And when Zach said he wanted to use it in the film, well, at first it was like, great, finally going to do something with the song. And then I started thinking about, well, how does it relate? And looking at the character of Rachel and her storyline, her arc, she was really in that place where I was when I wrote the song. Not musically for me, but she was high on herself and she was successful with her YouTube videos and things were going well in her life. And I could see her in that same situation where I was. I was on the top of my, in industry, top of my game, so to speak, and doing well. And she had that same kind of life-changing experience in meeting the Lord and realizing, you know what, life is not about me. It's about being an instrument in the Lord's hands. And so I thought it was a perfect fit for the character, and it was just a very emotional thing for me that Zach wanted to use that song, and that the Lord was going to actually finally get it out of my hands and get it out there for the world to hear. So I pray that the Lord does great things with it and that it touches people's lives. I know the feedback we've gotten so far, those who've heard it and have really been touched by it and really like it. So I was just very thrilled that Zach decided to use that song.
I am just the brush, praise the Lord.